Tonight, we take a look at this year's Journalism Symposium.
And organizations are taking advantage of Valentine's Day. Stay tuned, TrojanVision News starts now.
The High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network. Troy, Alabama's International University. This is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for February 11, 2016. I'm Christy Henderson.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. Last year, the country celebrated the anniversary of one of the major moments in the civil rights movement. Well, today, Troy University students had the chance to hear what role the media played in bringing recognition to the civil rights movement. Samantha Charles has the story.
Hank Klibanoff, co-author of the Pulitzer Prize-winning book The Race Beat, visited the campus of Troy University to host the annual Journalism Symposium for journalism students and the public.
It was definitely awesome. It definitely brought the issues that he brought up in a new light. Where I grew up, I've grown up in Central Alabama, which is it was known for being racist back in the day and for being segregated, and it definitely brought to a new light, and it definitely got me thinking.
I would love to attend more things like this and that cover topics like this, because it is definitely inspirational to see how journalists, when journalism is done right, it becomes an extremely powerful force.
He spoke on why the news media had such an important role in the struggle for racial justice and why journalism is still prevalent today.
Well, newspapers at the time were the most dominant form of communication in our country. Everyone got a newspaper. Some people got two. In some cities there were three, and they were ubiquitous, and they had credibility, and people believed in their newspapers, and the newspapers used their resources to try to tell the truth that otherwise people would not have known. And as a result, people became enlightened about what was going on, and they wouldn't have otherwise. And ignorance is the greatest enemy of a democracy, and knowledge is the greatest friend of a democracy, and the newspaper coverage represented knowledge.
When asked why he wrote the book, Klibanoff said,
And I just started diving into the stories, and the stories were just so compelling, and I just wanted to preserve them and put them on paper in a way that was faithful to the truth, but also that had the dramatic tension on paper that they actually had in real life.
Klibanoff had one piece of advice for aspiring journalists.
Be curious, ask questions, and do your research.
Samantha Charles, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We will hear more from Klibanoff later in our show during today's Trojan Talk.
If you stepped into Trojan Center this week, you might have noticed a lot of red, pink, and heart decorations. That's because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and many organizations use the holiday as a fundraising venture. Devereaux Bogart has the story.
Love is in the air, and for many campus organizations, so is the chance to raise some money. Clubs such as SGA, the Secular Alliance, Society of Professional Journalists, and many more use this week leading up to Valentine's Day to promote their club and fundraise.
We're doing it on Valentine's Day week just so we know that's a big time of the year when people like to buy things for their girlfriends that are really sweet, and we thought it'd be a good promotion.
One of the things that we're doing in promoting our club is how to flirt in Spanish. That's what we have on our board. So, just introducing people to the language is the purpose of the club, but also, kind of making it applicable to the season that we have here.
Valentine's Day is filled with hearts, chocolates, flowers, and teddy bears, so many organizations really geared their fundraising ideas to meet these needs.
We sponsored Candy Grams, but we're calling them Trojan Grams, and so they're $1. And then we'll give you a little card. You can pick the color of the card, and then we'll staple it to the candy, and then you can go deliver it to your Valentine.
We're actually doing a Valentine's raffle. We have our bear and gift basket that are both unraveled for Valentine's Day. We also have goodie bags, with cookies and sweets in it that we're selling for $1.
We're doing Carnations for a Cure, and that's where you can buy flowers for your girlfriend or your best friend or just your roommates, and all the money for Carnations for a Cure will go to Relay for Life.
And if you're one of those still racking your brain for a date night idea, one organization says they have the perfect opportunity for those college students on a tight budget, a chance to win dinner and movie tickets for only $3.
We have a raffle, for Valentine's Day. It's $3 for a chance to have a $30 food certificate at Santa Fe and 2 movie tickets. And Valentine's Day is a couples event, and what better reason to have a date night than on Valentine's Day?
Deborah Bogart, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Tomorrow will be the last day to enter in the raffle drawings. We may be only a month and a half into the new year,
but for Troy University's Chinese students, the new year is right around the corner. The Chinese New Year is quickly approaching, and a celebration is set for this weekend. The event is being held by the Chinese Students and Scholars Association, and their president, Rifeng Wang, says that this event is very important to Chinese culture.
The Chinese Lunar New Year is also called Spring Festival. It is the most important traditional festival in China with more than 4,000 years. And each year in each festival, Spring Festival, every Chinese people, every family, they go back to home to celebrate this traditional festival. And as the international student, although we're starting in the US, but we also want to celebrate this special festival. So we decided to take this celebration event for our Chinese people, and also we would like to share our Chinese culture with all the international communities and American communities.
The celebration will be filled with food, fun, and even a few prizes.
We have prepared talent performances, including traditional classical dances and modern dances, instruments, singings, comedy, drama, and also we have already prepared authentic Chinese food. I guess you must like it. And also we have prizes like ear phone, a printer, and also we have the grand prize is called a PS4 game machine.
In the Chinese New Year celebration, tickets will be on sale in the Trojan Center for the remainder of the week.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Authorities say a gunman fatally shot 2 people when a former business partner at a law firm and a nearby accountant's office in western Alabama. Marion County District Attorney Jack Bostick says the suspect in the shooting yesterday, 57-year-old Jimmy Cooper, was shot in the arm and leg before being taken into custody.
Alabama health officials say they've confirmed the first travel-related case of the Zika virus in the state. The Alabama Department of Public Health says a resident of Morgan County has tested positive for the virus.
Alabama state troopers say a cyclist has died after a crash in South Alabama. Authorities say the driver of a sedan swerved into oncoming traffic to try avoiding the cyclist and hit a pickup truck.
Still to come on Troy Trojan Vision News, the women and men's basketball teams take on Georgia Southern tonight in Trojan Arena. Rachel Wilkerson has the preview coming up in sports.
And the Democratic presidential hopefuls are gearing up for the Nevada caucuses.
Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders square off tonight in a presidential debate that could be crucial to their campaigns. I'm Marley Hall in Milwaukee with the latest coming up.
This is DeKeys. She has her bachelor's degree from Troy University and is now pursuing her master's online to grow her career. Soon, she'll have a prestigious graduate degree from Troy, a proud public university that's been helping students achieve their career goals since 1887. Do what you love and be great at it. That's the warrior spirit. Learn more at troy.edu/workingwarrior.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision News.
The women's basketball team is thrilled to be back at their home court tonight as they tip off against Georgia Southern at 5:15. The Trojans defeated the Eagles in Statesboro earlier this season and are hoping to break their 6-game losing streak tonight in Trojan Arena.
Head coach Chandler Rigby says the team has to adjust to the Eagles' defense and find a way to score.
Get some of our shooters ready to shoot the ball, maybe drive baseline, kick corner, and kick out for the open shot. We're going to have to score against a tight zone defense.
The Trojans are tied for 4th in the conference tournament and are looking to start a new winning streak tonight. The men's basketball team is coming off an exciting road victory as they defeated Arkansas State 71-70. The Trojans are now over the halfway point in their season and are making a run for the 8th spot in the conference tournament. The Trojans face off against Georgia Southern tonight in Trojan Arena at 7:30. The team lost to the Eagles in overtime earlier in the season and are looking to redeem themselves. Georgia Southern is on a 3-game winning streak, and associate head coach Marcus Grant says it will be a tough game, but the Trojans will be ready to play.
Georgia Southern, good basketball team. They're playing really good right now. They're 6-6. We had a close game with them in Georgia Southern, the overtime game that we probably should have won. You know, one of those games that went the other way. So it'll be an evenly matched contest, but being at home, we should be ready to pull this one out. We need to.
After tonight's battle, both men and women's teams will host Georgia State Saturday afternoon. Troy's track and field returns to the Birmingham Crossplex this weekend to compete at the Sanford Invitational. This is the women's final chance to compete before the Sunbelt Indoor Conference meet. The Trojans got a taste of Sunbelt action last weekend in the Jaguar Invitational as underclassmen led the team in outstanding performances. Head coach Mark Davis says the Trojans will face adversity in this tournament.
Sanford is just going to be a mixed bag of people, a lot of across divisions. So we're going to have a lot of different competition. So it'll be good. It'll be good for kids to be able to run some off events, just to take their brain off of stiff competition where we're scoring and all that kind of good stuff.
Friday's action begin with the men's high jump and weight throw on the infield, and the women's 200-meter dash at 8 p.m. The clock is winding down for the Trojans softball team as the Trojans prepare for tomorrow night's season opener. Ryan Renfro has more details as the offseason comes to a close.
The excitement for softball season is at an all-time high. In less than 24 hours, the Trojans will take the field for the first time this season against Eastern Michigan. And if you ask the Trojans, they are more than ready to take the field.
I think we're just all excited to get out on the field together. We've worked so hard just this past month to get better. And I think we're just really excited to get out there and show everyone what we've been working on.
That excitement for the season opener intensifies as the first game draws near. And after an offseason of competing against each other, the Trojans are eager to face off against new competition.
I'm pumped. I just can't wait to get out there and finally play someone other than ourselves. And I just know we're ready and we're going to have a great year.
We've been scrimmaging a lot, and as much fun as it is, it gets a little hard facing your teammates all the time just because there's athletes all around. So to play another team is going to be a great feeling.
After a 32-win season last spring, Kaylor shares what we can expect from the Trojans this year.
You can expect big things from Troy's softball team this year. We're definitely going to make it to postseason. I have no doubt in my mind. We should have made it last year, and I'm just excited to make it there this year, and I can't wait to just see how we compete this year.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Once again, the Trojans swing into their season opener tomorrow at 5 p.m. against Eastern Michigan.